how do you come up with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Because you're fucking with a historical timeline.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's very satisfying and very exciting.
Well, I worked on that piece for about 8 years because I wasn't in any hurry of getting it done. So I think I was actually either I was in no, I wasn't in Austin. I was in London doing promotion work on Death Proof when I think I wrote the first two things on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and it was actually written in book form then. I wasn't trying to turn it into a movie, and it was written in prose form, and then I kind of discovered who the characters were, and I liked the idea of using this Hollywood knowledge I had that I could pour it into a story. And then so what I would do is, so it started writing, it became book form, then it became play for a little bit, and then it kind of metamorphosized into a script. And then in between projects, it's what I would do to get myself back into writing again. And just sort of like syphilis, just kind of, not syphilis, the guy who pushed the rock up the hill.
Sisyphus?
Sisyphus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of push the rock up the hill a little further each time, and then then I abandon the rock and go start doing the next thing I was going to do. And after Hateful Eight, I figured that was going to be the same thing. I'd push it up to a certain point and then stop, and then all of a sudden, oh no, I'm not stopping. It's all coming in. I guess this is it. I guess this is when I'm going to do it. And so, so then I just kind of finished it. But it was just this whole idea of making a movie that takes place in this time. I had the two characters, Rick and Cliff, and just dealing in that world.
So you started out in book form.
Yeah.
And then shifted back and forth, play to screenwrite.
Right.
So that it makes a natural sort of a progression for you to come back and review it as a book.
Yeah, I mean, because I was in no hurry. When I wanted to learn something about the character, I wrote through it. So it was always easy to put like Marvin, the agent, Marvin and Rick together, and then they could talk out any issues about his career. They could talk out any problems Rick had, just as a form of that dialogue. Like, for instance, in the book, it's not in the movie, in the book, when Rick finishes his Lancer episode, James Stacy, the character that Timothy Oliphant played, is, hey, Rick, after work, you want to go grab a drink? Yeah, sure, let's do that. And so they go to this bar in San Gabriel called the Drinkers Hall of Fame. Now, that bar existed in 1969 because my dad was a piano bar musician, my stepdad. He was a piano bar musician, and he used to play at that bar. And so I wrote like a 20-page scene of Rick and Cliff and James Stacy going to this bar, and they meet another actor that was a friend of my dad's, and my dad is even in the scene. He's the piano bar musician. They even bring me up. Rick gets an autograph for me because I'm a fan of 14 Fists of McCluskey. And so it all plays out, and it's like 20 pages, and it explains a lot, and it's really cool. Okay, well, I didn't even bother to type that up. I mean, that's not going to make the movie. What, in the third act, a 20-minute scene where they go to a bar and shoot the shit for 20 minutes? That's not going to make the movie. But it was rewarding writing it. It was fun writing it, and I learned a lot about the characters from writing it. So now when I'm writing a book, it's made to order.